folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. We're in our 7th year of doing it. I've not missed a single day in 7 years of posting a reaction, so that's pretty cool. Non-pop country music reaction, so it's primarily traditional. It's also neo-traditional, if you will. It could be red dirt, certainly western, bluegrass, folk, all that, but non-pop country. Roger Smith made a gift to the channel for me to do Johnny Rodriguez's song, How Could I Love Her So Much? I don't know the song. I've done a couple of Johnny's reactions. I think Johnny's even aware of us because I think he left a comment at one point, either on the Facebook Rockin' the Country page or in the comments here, but maybe I'm mixing that up. But I think I remember that he's aware of us anyhow. So Johnny, if you see this, thank you. But Roger, thank you for the gift, my friend. All right, let's see what Johnny's got for us. How could I love her so much? Ever ask yourself that question? It's pretty cool that you're in that position to ask yourself that question. It's got a wailing feel.
As I walked through the door and my eyes fit the darkness, I saw him alone at the bar. I went over to him, said, "You may not know me, but I sure do know who you are." But don't worry, my anger was spent long ago, and only the memory remains. But Lord, how I suffered, sometimes I still wonder, and maybe now you can explain. Tell me, how could I love her so much and then lose her so quickly to someone like you?
Yeah.
How did you know how to hold her and please her? How did you know what to do?
Oh, this is a great concept for a song. It's got me squirming, but good Lord, is this a great concept for a song. My anger is over. The songwriter had to work through that meeting because the initial inclination would be, I'm going to beat the crap out of this guy. But no. So, all right, my anger, and so they put in there, my anger is like long since past. Now I just got to ask you this question. In order to have that conversation, the songwriter had to put that line in there that I'm over my anger now. All right, because without that, it's on. You know what I mean?
After all of the time I spent learning to love her and be what she needed me to. Tell me, how could I love her so much and then lose her so quickly to someone like you?
I like the insult.
He said, "Friend, let me buy you a drink, and I'll tell you a story that's sad, but it's true. How I loved her and held her till some drifter stole her from me like I stole her from you.
There it is.
No one can own her. Her heart's like a soldier of fortune, her love like the wind. Still all I can think of is finding her new love and asking this question of him. How could I love her so much and then lose her so quickly to someone like you?
Hear the back end.
How did you know how to hold her and please her? How did you know what to do? After all of the time I spent learning to love her and be what she needed me to. Tell me, how could I love her so much and then lose her so quickly to someone like you? How could I love her so much and then lose her so quickly to someone like you? How did you know how to hold her and please her? How did you know what to do?
I find that fascinating. I find that fascinating how they brought in the female backing right there, because that always adds not merely a texture just for the sake of throwing in an extra voice. it communicates a sense of community, guy-girl relationship. It's almost like salt in the wound in the context of this song, because neither of these guys was able to hold on to her. And she'll go right down the road. What's that expression, like easy to have but hard to hold, or something like that? And she's going right down the line. She keeps leaving. She thinks she's found the guy that she wants. Then she gets bored probably, and then moves along, and then moves along, and then moves along, and leaving a wake of destruction in her path. But neither of these guys neither of the two was able to hold her or keep her. But the backing came in, as if to say, like, oh, maybe she's on the third or fourth guy now. Well, she's clearly on at least the third guy now, because the second guy that got her said that. The guy that was at the bar drinking by himself said, some other dude stole her from me the way I stole her from you. And maybe she's on guy number 10 by this point in time. But the point being, they brought in that female backing. And it's like, what was that meant to communicate? I'm not exactly sure, but that's art. That's the way it works. I could fill in my own narrative on that one. And I think it means, one, she's on with another guy. And two, it's kind of meant to show the salt in the wound of both of these guys. The emotional wreckage that she left behind. And I like that line in there that said that, like, after... the word trained wasn't in there, but after I made all the changes to be the man like she wanted me to be, or something like that. It's sort of like women train their guys. They train them from date number one. Even if they're infatuated, there's a certain measure of training going on. This much I know, not merely from my life coaching. I actually knew this long before that, where guys, we kind of aim to please in many ways. I mean, obviously we're not perfect, otherwise there wouldn't be a need for training, but women aren't perfect either. You guys aren't easy to read. And so we kind of like to know what you want, because we really do like to see our lady happy. And you're not always going to be agreeable to our way of trying to make that happen. But in this one, she trained them both. Still wasn't enough. So clearly the problem is with her. But man, was this song eerily reminiscent of Waylon. If you were to say, Don, that this was a well-produced demo track or something of Waylon from his early years, I'd be like, I can hear it. Every so often I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. But if you said it was Waylon, I'd say I can, because the tempo, the pitch of the guitar, the lyrics, the way Johnny sings it. Johnny's his own man, I get that. But if you're going to be eerily reminiscent to someone like Waylon, you're the real deal. But Roger, that was a very, very good find. I know some of you folks have heard this, but haven't heard it in a couple of decades, because anytime I do a song like this, that's this well done, but doesn't get radio airtime any longer, you guys will be like, oh my God, I remember that. I could start singing the lyrics immediately as soon as I heard the melody. And I love seeing those comments. But I love Johnny's voice, love the way he sings it. I love his choice of songs. And the instrumentation was just right there with the best traditional country. So I'm going to rate this one. All right, the number that popped into my head instantly was a 9.0. And it was on really the strength of that line I dwelled on a little bit earlier in the song, where he said, like, I'm over my anger now. Long since over my anger, but I want to know, how are you able to hold on to her when I couldn't? And the answer was, he wasn't able to hold on to her either. But that transitional line there made this song believable, that it wasn't an all-out fight in the bar. But there it is. All right, Roger, great request, man. I enjoyed that. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed it too. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.